Well, would you look at that? It's another month where I planned to record a bunch of videos for Zero again, and everything got delayed to the very end, so now we're rushing it. Or not really rushing it. To be honest, as I've said plenty of times, I'm playing a lot of Zero in my free time. I might not be streaming it as much because I've been streaming more overdress testing, and a lot of my videos are more overdress based, but honestly, God bless tablets. I don't know what it is about tablets that makes it so much more fun to play mobile games, but Zero in particular I enjoy way more thanks to the fact that I play it on a tablet now. Anywho, today we're going to be taking a look at the deck that I've probably been using the most this month, which is the Dragonic Overlord deck. So I'm not even saying Dragonic Overlord The Rebirth, because this is truly just a Dragonic Overlord deck that is just all about Overlord itself, and Rebirth is in it, and you go into it sometimes, but above all else, you go into the new break ride, and it is amazing. So let's go through the deck list. This is like, there's quite a few variants of this deck. There's people that play it, you know, with like the Nouvelle package and stuff like that. I like it pure. This deck is so fun. It's pretty like, you don't have to think too much, and I like decks like that after like a long day of working. You know, I just want to sit back, relax, and enjoy myself. So of course, this deck is a great fit for me. So this is the Dragonic Overlord break ride. So it has the exact same name as the original Dragonic Overlord, which means that you can only have 4 copies of the same name in a deck. So you have to choose between like how many copies of this and the board clear one you want to play. So I play 3 copies of the break ride one, and he says when you break ride over him for that turn, your Vanguard gains plus 10k, and if your Vanguard is in Overlord, that gets the following ability as well, which is once per turn when his attack hits a rear guard, count loss 1, discard 1, stand this unit, draw 2. So this is finally an Overlord, or like a re-standard in Kagero, that actually, you know, gives you draw 2 for discard 1. Technically, you know, the end also did that, but it was Persona Blast, so it's not exactly the same. But this is a really great ability, right? Because you can just clear an intercept and then restand while plussing, so you draw through your entire deck. Honestly, your biggest opponent sometimes is yourself, because you just end up decking out sometimes, but it's a really great card. Also gains 3k if you have more rearguards than your opponent during that turn. I play one of the, you know, like front row clear Overlord as well, because it is searchable now. I'll talk about that in a bit. You know, we still use the Dragonic Overlord, you know, it's count loss 2, Persona Blast, and restand to draw 2. And keep in mind that because this card is called Dragonic Overlord, it does enable cross ride with the end, which is really good. I still play one Dauntless. I have won some games of just going like Dauntless into the Overlord, you know, getting a restand, and then going Overlord into like the end to get another like couple of restands. So it's pretty good for that reason. And then for the Rebirth, and it's my heal as well. So this skill is Vanguard Circle Limit Break 4, lock cards until you reach 5 locked rear guards. So if you're playing as Link Joker and they locked 4 of your cards, then you just lock 1 basically, and then he gains plus 10k in the following ability. Once per turn at the end of the battle, they attack, discard 1, and stand him, and then draw 2. So again, another card that lets you draw extra cards, but keep in mind that you have to have a full board for this. So sometimes you won't be able to use it because you'll have enough cards in hand. Sometimes you won't be able to use it because you want to attack with your rears and have 3 attacks instead of 2. So yeah, there's a lot of different reasons why you wouldn't use this skill. His other skill is, of course, like because you have to hit rear guards for the break ride skill, is that when his attack hits a rear guard, you can count almost 2 to discard an Overlord and then choose an opponent's rear guard and retire it. So what this means is that you hit with him to the rear guard, then you use the break ride Overlord skill to restand him, then you use that skill to kill the other intercept, and then swing into the opponent's face 2 times with his own skill, right? So it's really nice. But honestly, out of everything in this set, or like in this deck rather, this is probably the card I go into the least. That's why it's my heal as well. There are 2 main timings when this card goes really hard, which is 1, when your field sucks, like it's mostly just like grade 1s or things that can't really hit, or you're playing against a cross ride and like you just like need to push, or when your opponent rushes you while you're on striking, because that means you can go into the Rebirth, you know, call down until you have 5 cards, lock them, and then you're swinging with a 26k extra crit thing that restands. And on top of that, it also doesn't need to hit to get that restand, so you're just pushing 4 damage just like that, which is pretty damn good. Then of course we run the Searcher, which is really good. Sometimes even use Conroe to search this. He says Rearguard Circle when placed, discard any grade 3 from your hand to search your deck for Dragonic Overlord and add it to your hand. So specifically Dragonic Overlord, so either the break ride or the board clear one. So usually it's the break ride one. If I'm really missing it, then I will search it out out and like, you know, find it. Of course, I'm still running the good old like Gojos and like this. Gojo in particular is nice because you can rest it first before locking it for Overlord skill, so it's pretty nice. And you know, grade 2s are pretty similar, like I said, 4 Striking, 3 Bellicosity, 2 Berserk, you know, these are all good cards. But one of the biggest additions has honestly been the Dragonic Burnout, because this card says rearguard circle when placed, counterblast 1 and choose an Overlord from your drop zone and banish it to choose an opponent's rearguard and retire it. So this is really good because it's a counterblast 1 to retire, and you're counterblasting a fair bit because you often go into the end in this deck, and so you'll probably see in a lot of these games that we'll play today that the end is your main go-to ride still, like, or like it's like Dragonic Overlord the break ride, then the end, and then maybe Rebirth if necessary, but generally you skip on Rebirth. So I will try to display one game where we go into the Rebirth, but you know, it might actually be a suboptimal play, but I do want to show you the animation and everything so you can actually see it. So yeah, honestly, it's a really good deck. It feels very fun to play. Like, I've had some win streaks just like, you know, tapping away at night, just having my fun. What's also nice is that with Gojo you can discard like your spare rebirths to then, you know, put the Burnout online a bit earlier. And so overall, like, this deck is just really fun. Of course, Conroe is still the starter, and we still run 9 draw as well because it's just good that way. So without any further ado, let's get into some games. Tonight I'm having a grape soda. All right, so hopefully we can get some good games in. The last deck I want to kind of show off from this set is, of course, the Liberators. I did finish it, and I've been kind of playing it a little bit, but I enjoy playing this deck a lot more. I don't know why. Like, this deck is probably my favorite thing from this set so far. It's just really fun, just very enjoyable to play, and so I try to play with it as much as I can when I do have time to play. And then, but then at the same time, because I do it so much, I feel like I don't play Liberators enough. Alright, so we're playing, of course, against the most popular thing in ladder. As always, it's Liberators. So luckily our matchup isn't too bad, I guess, if I were to, you know, rate it as something. This opening hand, see, I would normally probably put away this Dauntless, but we can actually use the Conroe to search it. But honestly, I usually just mulligan everything away. So yeah. Alright, whoa. I didn't even realize how well we opened. Huh, damn. And we got a spare Gojo to on top of everything. Wow, that's really good. All right, so I mean, the game plan is simple. If we can draw into a Striking, that'd be even better. So let's just get rid of this spare Gojo. We don't really need it. So Striking. No, but Burnout is pretty good too. All right, nice. So I guess the plan is going to be just ride Bellicosity, search PG, ride Break Ride, swing. Sometimes you don't do much in the early game. I think this is probably going to be a game where we go like Break Ride into the end, rather than like Rebirth this game, because if you don't really have Striking, it doesn't really, it's not as good, I guess, unless you're really pushing damage. Another thing is that like you need the card draw to like fill up your board with 5 cards for Rebirth. That's kind of why a lot of people, you'll notice, don't really think too highly of Rebirth, but it's a nice card to go into for every now and again, but it's just not like generically good like, you know, the Break Ride is. So that's kind of the main reason there. It's kind of weird to be playing on the PC again like this, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so next turn we're looking at going into the Overlord Break Ride. Oh, he's rushing. He's rushing. Okay, we get a defensive. We don't. I think next, I've started to notice something when I'm playing, you know, Zero in general, is that if you haven't seen a trigger for like 2-3 checks, I'm probably gonna draw grade 3 here because there's been like no triggers for a while, right? So here comes. Oh wow, it wasn't, huh? So we should probably trigger from this next attack, I guess. All right, animation time. Do I have them enabled? Let me check real quick. Oh, I just noticed the fellow top 100. So, all right, here we go. There you go. There you have it. There's not much I need to do, honestly, here. I can just like swing. Yeah, I guess we just attack with the Bellicosity and attack Vanguard. So he'll give me 4, but then I can like use that as tempo to, you know... Wow, still no triggers. Alright, we got a heal, which is nice, because being a 3 was kind of yikes, to be honest. But yeah, wow, that was a lot of blanks, huh? Alright, he gets a draw. That's fine. There's something in my eye, which is kind of annoying. You know what I was thinking about? What's absolutely crazy is that with the introduction of like, man, there's like so much I've been wanting to talk about during these videos, right? One thing is like, I think during the Dragular deck and fight, I talked about the Pale Moon restriction, right? But then actually, a lot of people online got really angry about that restriction. So what Bushiro did, or Game Studio did, was that they said, okay, we're not gonna do that nerf to Pale Moon anymore, and instead you guys can like vote on like the way you want this deck to be nerfed, right? So they literally let people like vote on how they want it to be nerfed, which is pretty crazy when you think about it, right? Also, let me zoom in a little bit. I just noticed I'm kind of zoomed out today, so that's a bit better, I think. All right, I think here we just go. Okay, we do have an Overlord in the drop, so I can use Bellicosity to... Bellicosity to what? That's the question, huh? Kill one of the counterchargers, I guess? Yeah. We just the end, I guess, here. It's not really... We need to build up the hand by using the Overlord and using the end, and then go into Rebirth later when we have like a full board. For now, it doesn't really do much. That's kind of the sad thing. We're going to burn through all of our counterblocks this turn as well, so I have to keep that in mind. Yeah, the reason why I'm going to burn one of the back row here is because I have to attack into a rear guard with the break ride effect, so I have to keep one of them alive anyway, right? And I don't have a grade 1 to put behind the Bellicosity, or rather the Burning Horn. No, not the Burning Horn, damn it. They all sound too similar. Burnout, in order to make use of that. Instead, what I could do... do I want to drop the Rebirth? I guess I could, right? Because what we can do here is we swing like this, swing into rear, discard the other Rebirth here, unless I drive check something better. Let's see. PG, that's not good. Draw, that's kind of nice. I'd rather discard Rebirth here, I think. Yeah, we use Break Ride skill. Discard this, because it's not really useful right now, right? I'd rather have the grade 2 for next turn. So then we're going to draw 2. Alright, ka-ching, ka-ching, very nice. We swing with this for 11 to push him to 3. His heal whiffs, that is good. And then I attack with this, gonna use the end skill, maybe give me a heal or something. Draw is fine too. Into a PG, that's very fine considering I'm at 4, and I only have like 2 PGs in hand. Against Liberators, that's like super yikes. Okay, he whiffs 2 heals, that's good news for me. I'm gonna use the end, counter boss 2, and restand. So you can see like this deck is, you don't necessarily have to do a crazy amount, right? Oh, we drew another the end, that's pretty wild. Alright, and another heal. I think that's my last Rebirth. So yeah, game 1 is very Rebirth-less, but, you know, that's okay. Honestly. What? 3 heals back-to-back. I guess that means he might not have a Zenith in hand. I hope so. That'd be good for me. I swear to God. Okay, good, good, good. He doesn't. That's a little bit bad, because that means that I can't burn his rears with Burnout. Which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, he's gonna limit break, and he can call whatever he wants. PG. Okay, continue. Grade 3. Pull more grade 3s. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. He called good things. Will he use Blaster Blade? I know he has one in hand now. No, he's gonna overcall. Okay. So I guess I'm alive this turn. I guess I'm not dying yet. Cool, cool. I'll take that. Another Burnout. He gives me 2 damage, so I can use the end at least, which is nice. Oh, PG goes down. So there was a PG at the bottom, and now a PG... 2 PGs at the bottom, actually. They're stacked. So that tells me... Can I burn through that this turn? That's the question I'm asking myself here. I might be able to. I feel like I might be able to. What's the play, though? What is the play? We stay on the end for sure. We put this back. We can't retire anything this turn, so we have to, like... set up something like this. So this can swing into rear. Yeah. I guess I can do swing rear, swing rear. I have to keep in mind that my cards in deck are getting pretty small. It's only 10. I guess Gojo for the restand. And hope he doesn't trigger, right? I guess that's the play now. Yeah, let's just do that. Swing Vanguard unboosted and then restand. Hopefully he doesn't trigger so he can hit. And if he does, then I hope I do as well. You know, laws of equal exchange. All right, well, there's my draw trigger. That's nice. Good to know. Good to have. Good to see. Nice to see you. Yeah, okay, he triggered as well. Yes, 2 PGs at the bottom, so I'm expecting at least 1 in the hand. I think he doesn't have Zenith. So the only way for him to multi-attack is Zenith. Yeah. Wow. That's actually not a bad thing, because this way I won't deck out. You know, checking those draws is arguably worse, because I might deck out. Alright, so I have 2 intercepts and 2 PGs in hand. He has a Blaster Blade, which means one of those intercepts will die. Hopefully not 2, though. If 2 of them die, I might be in trouble. If he has Alfred... If he has Monarch Sanctuary Alfred, I might be in danger as well. Because then he can loop the counter charge, which is really annoying. And you can also loop Yosef. You can reuse the Yosefs that he has on board. And him calling that down kind of tells me he might have it. It's not fun. Dangerous. This is dangerous, kids. Very dangerous. Alright, I don't have any counterblast or anything either. The nice thing about the Rebirth is that, wow, he had MSA, okay. Alright. Hello, Mr. MSA. Yup. Alright, he's gonna loop. So he's realistically gonna retire... Oh my god, he's gonna retire both of my intercepts, I think. Wait, he didn't... Oh yeah, because he has to count as 3 for this, right? So, how is he gonna call this? Because he has to choose open... He has to choose different rearguard circles, right? Or does he? I can't remember. Okay, Josephus reuse. Oh, the Zenith right there. That's so annoying. Oh, yeah, he can use the Zenith here to overcall that Blaster Blade. And it will then countercharge him. And then he will counterblast 2 to kill an intercept, swing into an intercept, and then I PG both attacks. We're still fine. Oh my god. This game has more going on than I expected, but I guess I'll take it, you know. We make do with what we need to make do with. But I'm afraid he drew into a PG by now. Even though he had 2 at the bottom, I feel like he probably drew into 1 by now. Quite. That's another superior call. But it's a PG. That's good for me. Okay, that's 1 less PG in hand. It's probably the same one that went to the bottom earlier too. This is the problem where oh my god, what? Your heal exists? Don't do that. That's not nice. Oh dude, come on, man. Come on, that's cheating, bro. We agreed not to do that. We explicitly said in the end user license agreement not to do that. I guess I could have ridden over, but I'm gonna deck out if I do that. I don't have counterblast either, so it doesn't really make sense. Do I have a PG in deck? I don't. That's my last one. If he has Blaster Blade, I'm kind of dead. Question mark? Like, I think. Probably. This is a really long game. Like, way longer than I anticipated. Or way longer than it usually is. I think is the right phrasing. He gets a draw. I just don't like that. I still like 2 PG somewhere in there. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I lose now. Yeah. I had just enough to guard this 1 PG. Yeah, this was a weird game, huh? It was a pretty... I mean, it's not really a weird game. It's a pretty common game. Wow. Yikes, man. It's just... All of the Decken fights this month are just gonna be Liberator's opponents. Like I'm telling you. Like, when you hop into ladder, this is all you see. I wasn't kidding when I said that last time. And you're gonna see from, you know, this month's videos. At least next month, there'll be Legion everywhere. So that'll be more exciting. You know, I think that's also another reason why a lot of people's like motivation for Zero kind of fell down this month, is that this is the only deck you play against. And it's not really fun. It's not even like so far ahead in terms of being better than everything else that it should be like that, but it just is, right? Everyone has it, everyone plays it. I guess it's kind of easy to play, it's very comfortable, maybe that's why, I don't really know. I also really need to grind VP. As you can see, I'm at like not even 700k and the season ends in 2 days. Yikes. Oh my god, yeah, it ends in 2 days. Alright, I think tomorrow I have to sprint tomorrow and Friday to make sure I reach the right amount. At least now in JP they made it so that when you refresh stamina, it refreshes 100, so you actually get more like character fights out of it and also more stamina. Oh my god, it's actually not Gold Paladin. I can't believe it. All right, fellow Kagero cultured player, welcome. You know what's interesting about ladder right now though in JP? There is like no, and I'm seriously saying there is no Link Joker, because everyone is so afraid of, you know, of Gold Paladin unlocking that nobody plays Link Joker. It's pretty sad, honestly. I don't know, like, at least until recently, like, there was still, when the Link Joker Legion, like, when the Link Joker mission was on, everyone was playing it because they had to. The moment it ended, it just extinguished itself from the ladder, which is pretty crazy to think about how a deck can just do that, right? It's pretty wild, honestly. But, you know, I guess when everything is unlocking, you just don't really enjoy playing it. Which I think when Legion comes up, It'll probably come back. I think when people stop playing Liberators and start playing the Legion decks, especially like, you know, 1 or 2 months into Legion, it'll be a different story. I personally think so. Okay, we have Striken for once, which is nice. Striken is always good. Very nice card. Let's just search PG. I don't want to lose this to like a random Burnout or whatever, so I already have a PG out in the drop zone, sorry, in the damage zone, so better do this like that. You know, patented turn 2 bellicosity play. It is what it is. Alright, that's a Striken gone from his side too, so maybe he doesn't have one in hand, and I can get that extra crit pressure going for myself. Alright. I also noticed that people like call the Conroe to the back now, like behind Vanguard, because there were some mad lads on ladder playing Tejas. And I always, as you notice, I like to call my Conroe here, like for no reason too, right? It doesn't really have a specific reason. I just like the comfort of having the ability to move it up and down. That's about it. But yeah, some mad lads act differently, I guess. Alright, we can do something nasty. We can actually push him to 4. Because he gains 3k when we have more regards than the opponent. So basically, what that means is that we can do this, attack into this, and then attack into Vanguard. Even if he takes a trigger, he goes up to 19, then my extra crit attack still hits. And I'm in heal range too, which is sweet. So yeah, we're just gonna hit. Bloop! Bloop! Hey, speaking of heal range, would you look at that? It actually worked out. Alright, we don't have a break ride target, but break riding the Overlord over the Overlord is like, it's not super great. Damn, that's the end thingy. Yeah, Doombringer Griffin. Word? Okay. Alright. Ooh, he still chose to break ride, okay. That's pretty surprising, to be honest. Did not expect. My hand is kind of scuffed. Oh, so is his, though. So is his, though, okay. Alright, I'm on 1 damage, though, so that's pretty nice. Pretty sexy. Pretty cool. Alright, he's gonna hit rear. Probably hit Vanguard first. And then... Nope. Okay. He is smarter than I expected. Okay. This might be a tough matchup. He also called so many grade 3s. I wonder what else he has in hand. Can I get a Burnout? Nope. Another Overlord? What if I just win, though? I won't have more rears than my opponents. I'm gonna just call this down here. Because that way... Yeah. Yeah. I don't have enough cards in hand to be using that, but... Sure. Cool. Epic. Alright. PG check. Let's go. Alright, well, I mean, if it works, right? If I can push my opponent to 5 just like that, I'll definitely take it. Normally don't have these kind of aggressive games, but like that's what the Striken allows, right? You know, just go crazy like that. Okay, now his hand is gonna go from 3 cards to like 7 in one fell swoop, so look out. Look out. Here he comes. Here comes Spider-Man. Oh, you called that there, huh? Alright, he has to attack rearguard. Ooh, Rebirth on a draw. It might be his 1-up then. What does he play as a heal then? Don't tell me. No, it's not Dauntless. Oh, it's Nouvelle. Yeah, he plays Nouvelle package. I just realized. Alright. Break ride effect. Discard Dauntless. Damn, what is these? What's this ratio then? He plays Rebirth, Break Ride, Dauntless, and the end. Must be pretty crazy. Alright, he's gonna push me to 4, which means I can go into Rebirth. So you can see the animation. I probably won't have to use the skill though. Damn, you might take a PG out of my hand. Oh, speaking of PGs. Heal. Heal kinda hurts. It's okay, but it kinda hurts. But it's kind of okay. Kinda hurts. I guess? I don't know. He doesn't have like a... He doesn't have an intercept for me to feel happy attacking into, you know? Does that make sense? Alright, well at least I can like swing face twice. Which is good enough, I guess. Regular Overlord is even better though. Oh shit. Now that's the good stuff. Hold up. Wait, yeah, that's really good. Except, is it? Because I have to attack rearguard with the break ride skill anyway. I think I still want to call it down though. Anyway, let me bump up the audio so y'all see this cool animation. This animation is really tight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's just use it. Let's just use it and see what happens. I guess. Just to get the board clear, I suppose. And honestly, not so much for the board clear, for the power. So it breaks defensives, right? That's what I'm out here for. Alright, give me a draw, give me a draw, give me a draw, give me a draw, give me a draw. Oh, heal, huh? Heal. Heal's fine. Heal's fine. Heal's okay. I have to discard my PG though, which kind of sucks, but I'll do it. In the name of victory, I will do it. Believe me, I will do it. Alright, draw 2. I would have liked to see that earlier, but that's okay. Alright, maybe he doesn't have another PG. I pushed him early so damn hard. Maybe he wasn't ready for it. Although having to lose my PG there definitely sucks. Alright. Oh, come on. There's hope. There's hope. Oh, god damn. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. Yeah, that game was pretty interesting, you know? But it also goes to show another sort of side of this deck is that, you know, cross ride, thanks to the new break ride, is just really nice, right? That's kind of the nice thing about this deck, is that that break ride overlord had, like, giving your other overlords a cross ride status is just really, really good. So yeah, I think that kind of covers it overall. Like, you guys got to see all the different sides of the deck, you know, whether that's the burnout or the break ride, or the fact that you can run the one of other overlord, or the different targets you can break ride over into. It's just a really cool deck. Like, this deck is genuinely really, really fun, and I highly recommend playing it in ladder because it's just really enjoyable, right? There's nothing super convoluted or crazy or complicated or like whatever about it. And the rebirth is like, you know, even if you don't use it, you know, even if you don't actually use the skill to, like, you know, do the restand, he's still, you know, a cross ride, and has the ability to, you know, burn through rear guards if necessary, if you're put into that situation. If there's a lot of like Link Joker meta, especially Chaos, this really isn't too bad, unless they have like multiple Palladiums in the back, in which case watch out. But it's just a nice card. I really do enjoy this deck. It's very, very fun, and honestly one of my favorites right now in ladder as well. So yeah, I'll be back in a few days, maybe less than that, who knows, with Monarch Sanctuary Alfred, so look forward to that. Tier list and set analysis as usual will be coming up as well at the end of the month. We always do that. Well, tier list depends when, but again, this month wasn't very exciting, to be honest. No super big event outside of like a qualifier either, so next month will be a lot more exciting with the Zero Championship Spring coming up in 2 weeks or so. But I think, yeah, that's basically it. I'll be opening a lot of packs of the First Legion set as well, which you can watch on my Twitch, link in the description as usual. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.